So you thinking of moving to Phoenix, Arizona? Or how would you like to live in a place like Gilbert, which is where I am today, located here in the southeast valley of Phoenix? It's not really that small of a town. It's actually the fourth largest city in the Metro Phoenix area with a population close to 275,000 people. But it's interesting, it's still referenced as a town because they haven't gone through the legal requirements to make those changes. And I'm not so sure that they're going to do that because they like the sense of community, they like the small town feel, very neighborly, it's a very safe place to live, very popular. One of the most popular suburbs in the Metro Phoenix area, happens to be one of my favorite suburbs as well. So with that being said, I'm going to take you out, show you some homes at different price points. We'll go from $450,000 to just under $1 million, and then I'll kind of show you a little bit around town first. There might be another little twist or two along the way, and stick around to the very end because I got a special treat for you. So sit back and relax, we'll get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time in the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about a place like Gilbert or any other of the neighborhoods in and around the Phoenix area, then go ahead and subscribe below and be sure to tap that bell for notifications so you'll be the first to learn about our current market here in Phoenix. Hi, my name is Rick, and the team and I, we get calls and emails from people just like you looking to move to Phoenix, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're thinking about moving here next week, next month, or even a year from now, go ahead, give us a call, shoot us a text, you can email us, or we can even schedule a Zoom call if that's convenient for you. And we'd be more than happy to help you make a smooth move to Phoenix. All right, as I mentioned, we're here in downtown Gilbert. And before I show you around, I want to kind of tell you a little bit about the history behind Gilbert. It was founded by a gentleman by the name of William Bobby Gilbert, who had some land down here in the early 1900s. And he homesteaded this area down here. But what was interesting back in those days, of course, it was all farming and agriculture, is the city of Phoenix wanted to run a rail line from Phoenix down to the city of Florence. And of course, they would come right through this area of his property. And he said, no worries, I'll go ahead and I'll donate the land to you. And so he did so. And so voila, he got the town named after him. Another interesting thing about Gilbert is it's considered the hay capital of the world. And what's interesting is back in those days, they grew a lot of hay here in this part of the valley. And they went through and they would harvest the hay and they would send it off to Europe, and it would help feed all the horses during World War I. So because of that, it got kind of the moniker name of the hay capital of the world, which is pretty cool. With such a little bitty town right here in the southeast valley of Phoenix. And that's where it came from. And across the way here we have Dirk's Bentley's Whiskey Row for all you country western fans. You can go in there, listen to some live music, get something to eat. Here we have also an Oregano's. Behind me here you have a Snooze restaurant, which is great for breakfast and lunch. Across the street here is kind of a fun little thing called Topo's, with a little, whatever that thing is on top, looks like a chipmunk or a beaver, who knows what it is, could be a groundhog. Anyways, that's a little walk-up Mexican food restaurant. Behind me here is a Postino's, great place to eat. You can see the little patio area they have here along the front of Main Street, and also goes down around the side, which is nice. And then across the street here is they have Joe's Real Barbecue, as opposed to, I guess, it being artificial. No, actually, it's been here for years. I used to eat at Joe's when I'd come down here. So it's been here for many years, as well as the Liberty Market. That was one of the mainstays here in downtown Gilbert. But they've really revitalized this whole downtown area in recent years, and it really is nice. It's just a fun little place to come down to visit. But it's known for its famous Gilbert Water Tower, as you can see right here. So when you see that and you're driving down in this area of town, the Southeast Valley, you're gonna go, oh, we must be near Gilbert. There's the water tower. And then across the way right over here is the Hales Theater. So you can go catch a play, go listen to a comedy routine. So anyways, a lot of fun little things to do down here. And so what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna head on out and go check out our first home. All right, so we're coming up here on our first home. This house is 1,684 square feet. It is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It is listed at $452,000. It's going to put it right about $268 a foot. Now this home was built in 2007, so these homes in this neighborhood have been around for about 15 years now. And as you can see, some of the landscaping and the mature trees behind me here, it is an absolutely beautiful area right here in Power Ranch. Power Ranch is a 2,000-acre master planned community. We've built here in Power Ranch before. It's a beautiful looking community. They really pride themselves in the neighborhoods, the landscaping, the style and design of the homes. And the home I'm going to show you is right up here in front of me. But you can just see, these are like little cottages or almost like a bungalow kind of a home. But they're single family, they're detached, which is nice. Like I said, they're not that old. So might not have to do too much on the inside unless you want to go in and just kind of freshen it up. But the home I'm talking about sits right here behind me on the corner, which is nice. You don't have anybody on the other side of you. It does have a patch of grass out here in the front. Now for some reason, they didn't overseed this area like they did in other parts of the community. I'm going to show you that here in a minute. But you can look at the maturity of the nice trees that are in front. We are in our winter season, so some of these trees are a little bit thinner than normal, but in the springtime when the weather starts warming up and they start growing back, it's going to be beautiful down through here. But you can see the grass down here in the front, a nice shrubbery. And there again, you've got the entrance here. It's got some nice appointments in the inside. You've got, like I said, nobody on the other side of you. So they're small little yards, but it allows you to kind of get your foot in the door here in Gilbert. And to be in a very nice community that's fairly new, not too old, compared to other parts of Power Ranch that are considerably older. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to take you around and show you some of the other homes here in the development. We'll head over to our next stop. All right, so we're coming up here on our next stop, and we are in a community called Morrison Ranch. It's a 3,000-acre master plan. It's absolutely beautiful. It's been here for many, many years. This particular home that I'm going to show you here in a minute was built in 2011. But what I like about Morrison Ranch, it is very lush. It's very green. They have white picket fences that go around the perimeters of their communities. It just gets a real sense of rural America, and it kind of identifies who they are. And it's just absolutely beautiful here. But you'll see throughout these communities how lush the landscaping is. You can see over my shoulder here, you can see the mature trees. And as I mentioned before, that it is a little thin right now because of the wintertime. But you can see lots of grass, lots of vegetation. And the home that I want to point out is right across the street here. Like I said, this home was built in 2011, so that's kind of the age of most of these homes in here, about 20 years old. But it's this home right here. It's 2,747 square feet. It's priced at $679. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and it's going to put the price per square foot about $247, $48 a foot. But it's got some nice appointments on the inside. It's got stainless steel appliances, nice cabinetry, granite counters. Very well done. As you can see, it is a 2-story, so you got a nice upstairs master area, but you got your family room all downstairs with a den and a bathroom, which is really nice. But what I want to do is I want to take you around and show you this community here and just show you how beautiful it is. It does have an HOA. It's about $112 a month for the HOA. It has a tot lot. There's several of them throughout the community. It's got basketball court, and I'll show you that here in a minute, and take you around, show you how it looks, and then we'll head over to our next community. One other thing I forgot to mention here in Morrison Ranch is they do have a community lake, believe it or not. So you can come down and walk around the lake here a little bit, come down and hang out with the ducks. So you can see them out there on the water. They do have fishing here, so you can fish in this as well. But another nice amenity to this particular community inside of Morrison Ranch. Okay, so we are here at our last stop. We are in the community called Agritopia, which is a very impressive community. It sits on 165 acres. There were 450 homes that were built here. It was owned by the Johnston family, and they had a large family farm. Matter of fact, they kept out 12 acres and still work that farm today. But he wanted something different, what you'd call the neo-traditional architectural style. It's kind of a throwback from the early 20th century. But as you will see here, and I'm going to show you the home that's available here in a minute, but you know, some of these cute little color designs and styles. Over here you got the step-ups that you see, kind of something maybe you see in the Midwest. You got this home over here. It's got the little fenced-in porch areas. By the way, they put the garages in the back, which is really nice, so you have a nice clean look as you drive down the street. This house right behind me here. You can see the garages in the back. So it's a very clean look when you pull in, because you don't see the garage doors, which is typical with a lot of the homes built here in the Metro Phoenix area. But so he wanted something different, some really interesting color schemes, but people love it here. It's very family friendly. It's very safe. We used to come down here quite a bit because there's a private school right here called Gilbert Christian. And our kids used to play them in sports, and so we were down here frequently. And every time I'd come down here and drive through this community, I was so impressed. I said, it's just different than what you typically see in the Metro Phoenix area, and I grew up in the building business, so it was really refreshing. But I love the mature trees that you see down the streets here. You've got the setback of the sidewalks behind the curb, which is nice. So you got landscaping here with the trees. Very, very impressive. So I'm going to show you the home that's available here next. What's interesting about this development, the sizes range from anywhere on the low end of 1,300 square feet to up over 7,000 square feet just in this community here. Price points could probably be anywhere from the low to mid fives to, who knows, maybe $1.5 million. Not really sure, but the home I want to talk to you about is this home right here behind me. It's 3,688 square feet. It is currently listed for $940,000. It is 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, plus a basement, and actually has a 5th room, which could be an office or a den, but very, very impressive. It's got state-of-the-art high-end appliances, and you take a look at the pictures that I'm going to be posting. It's extremely nice, very well done, totally decked out. But I love this style of architecture, and I like what they've done here in this community, which really kind of sets it apart from other areas. Just like, look at the front door. Look at the color schemes. You got the short steps going up inside. Gosh, I can't speak enough about the landscaping here. It's just lush everywhere. But they're just cute homes. Very well done, very well thought out. And I like the idea with the garages being in the back. They're all 2-car garages. So it gets the streets or the cars out of the front and into the back. I mean, you do have guest parking here in the front, so you can park along the streets. But it just takes away from the look of the garage door, which takes up so much of the front of the home when the garages have moved up to the front. So it's nice to see them in the back. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to take you over and show you the Agritopia farm that I was talking about, the 12-acre farm. A couple of great restaurants in there, and I'll tell you more about those here in a minute. We'll drive through the neighborhood here, and then we'll wrap this up. All right, so I wanted to come down here and show you this. This is impressive. This is a dog park that I was talking about, Cosmo Dog Park. It's got a whole water setup down here. You look over my shoulder this way, there's a beach area over there where the dogs can come in. You can fetch out in the water. They swim out there, grab their toy and come back. Behind that is more fenced in areas that you can take your dogs. If you want to just stroll like these folks, just bring your dogs out and hang out. They've got a basketball court. They've got like a small little playground area for the kids. I mean, this is a real family gathering down here. And your four-legged friends would love it down here. I'm kind of jealous myself, man. This is impressive. So this is Cosmo Dog Park, and it's right next door to Agritopia that I just showed you. Very nice. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I'm here at two of the standalone restaurants in Agritopia, Joe's Farm Grill and also the coffee shop. Ironically, both of them are on the popular TV show Food Network. Joe's was on Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, while the coffee shop was on Cupcake Wars, and they actually won for the best cupcake. Of course, I had to go in and buy one of those bad boys, and I can't wait to try it as soon as I finish up here. All right, it's time to try this bad boy. This is an awesome cupcake. It is chocolate chip cookie dough. It's one of my favorite ice creams, and I can't wait to try this to tell you how good it is. Oh my goodness, this is so good. This is awesome. Man, this is an awesome cupcake, and I can definitely see why they came in first place. Anyways, anytime you're here in Gilbert, definitely come by the coffee shop and try out one of these wonderful cupcakes. They got several different flavors. This happens to be one of my favorites, but definitely worth it. But hey, if you found this video helpful, please do me a favor. I'd love to know your thoughts and comments down below. If you can give me a thumbs up and like this video, that's great. Also, subscribe to our channel because it helps grow our channel. We come out with videos every week and got a lot of content would love to share with you. And also, don't forget to hit that bell for notification so you will stay current with our latest market in and around the Phoenix metro area. So, hey, it's been a great day, and until next time, we hope to show you around town.